Hello, and thank you for joining us today. This is a presentation by the Center for Career Development under Morgan's Career Pathways Initiative. I am Ms. Amber Angie, and I'm the career specialist assigned to the schools of engineering, architecture and planning, computer science, mathematical and natural sciences. Today, we'll be talking about your goals, your plans, actions, and true colors. Please follow along. At the end of this presentation, we expect participants to recognize the importance of self-knowledge in career planning and gain an increase in clarity about the career planning process and dispel common career myths. So, now, whenever we hear the word GPA, the first thing that comes to our mind is about your grade. But today, when we're talking about GPA, we are talking about your goals, your plans, and your actions. What does GPA mean? It simply means your goals, your plans, and your actions. As a student, every student should have a goal at the beginning of every semester. That's the only way you can excel. You should have a goal for the semester, you should have a goal for the academic year, you should have a goal for the future. It's highly necessary because when you plan, you succeed. The more time you spend contemplating what you should have done, you lose valuable time for planning what you can do and will do. This is a quote from Liv Wayne. Now, when we're talking about goals, what do we mean? Your goals, most of the time we recommend long-term goals. Your actions should be specific, and your actions, how do you plan to implement them? So every goal should be smart. And by smart, what do we mean? Your goal should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Again, when setting a goal, your goal should be smart. And by that, I mean your goal should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Now, you have to think bigger. And thinking bigger, what does that entail? It entails you identifying your objectives. What do you want to accomplish by the end of your freshman year? Or if you're a sophomore, if you're a junior, if you're a senior, what do you plan to accomplish at the end of that academic year? And how can you accomplish this goal? What resources can help you become successful? What resources can help you achieve these goals? How will you know that you're in the course of achieving this goal? That's you identifying your objective. That's you thinking bigger, thinking out of the box, thinking beyond just what you have written on the paper or what you have in mind. I know some of you would say, oh, my goal is in my head. I didn't write it. That will not help you because sometimes penning it down forces you to go after these goals. Remember, before anything else, preparation is the key to success. This is by Zig Ziglar, an author and a motivational speaker. I'm sure most of you have seen his posts or his quotations. It's one of my favorites. Now, talking about the goal, let's talk a little bit about this. What are your career goals? Do you plan on getting an internship? Do you plan on doing work study? Do you plan on volunteering? Or do you plan on doing research? These are the entities of setting a goal. And when we're talking about internships, it's never too early to get an internship. If you're a freshman, you can get an internship. It's completely fine. If you can get it earlier, better. The earlier you get it, the better for you. And when it comes to work study, if you're qualified to get a work study, please don't hesitate to get one because you actually learn a lot of things from work study. You get to learn a lot. So because that will help you strengthen your professional work ethic before you go into the real world. So let's say you try to get an internship and it didn't work out. Don't fail to try to get a work study if you qualify for one. Volunteering. Now, not everybody is fortunate enough to secure a work study or an internship. It's completely fine to volunteer. I know we're all looking for opportunities where we can get paid. Sometimes volunteering, you can get paid, and sometimes it's just about that experience, because that experience is what matters more. That experience, nobody can take it from you. You can't spend it. You just put it to practice. So if you struggle to get an internship opportunity, or you don't qualify for work study, it's completely fine to volunteer, because volunteering sometimes can land you an internship, especially if you've tried to apply for an opportunity in a certain company and you're unable to get that opportunity. Try to talk with the hiring manager or whoever is in charge about volunteering opportunities, because trust me, that's going to sell on your resume. And of course, if you can't partake in any of the three, you can always do research, and because with research, you get to grow professionally. So please think about these four options, because that's what you use to build your resume. And always remember that setting a goal is not the main thing. It is deciding how you go about achieving it and staying with that plan. That is Tom Landry, a Hall of Fame football coach. Because you can have these goals, but if you don't actually put it to practice by going out for an internship or work study or volunteering or doing research, then those goals are futile. This leads us to the planning portion. Always have a plan and believe in it, because nothing happens by accident. Again, this is a former NFL head coach, Chuck Knox. By planning, what do we mean? Now you've had the goal set, you wrote your goal down. How do you go about with your goal? Remember the slide where we talked about thinking bigger, your objective? It leads us to that portion. The first thing first, build your resume. How do you get an internship? You get or work study. You get all of that by building a resume, because you have to apply. Your resume should reflect your strengths. And by strengths, what do I mean? Your academic and professional goal. If you don't have any experience at the beginning, that's as a freshman, that's completely fine. But guess what? You can have transferable skills. So please visit our YouTube page or our web page to see more about creating a resume. Do attend career fairs as well. Career fairs are very essential, because employers do reach out, do come, and they actually hire. They don't just come for fairs, they come for fairs to hire. And even if you don't get an opportunity for a fair, you get to network, because guess what? Referral does not come from your parents. Referral comes from people who think you are who see potential in you. Referral will come from these employers you network with at career fairs. When you network with them, don't just collect those business cards. When you're networking with them, actually communicate with them after the events, because that's the only way that they will consider you. If they don't consider you this time, they can consider you next time, or they would have you in mind. And if something comes up, if you build a good relationship with this employer, you can be called up for an opportunity. So please network, attend career fairs, be it virtual, be it physical. Please do well to participate in career fairs. And of course, 3, do apply for internships. Now you build your resume, you attended a career fair. Apply for those internships, because sometimes employers will be, okay, you've come for the fair, go to this website and apply for opportunities on our page. Don't just take that information and keep. Do apply. Build a strong resume, and you can even mention where you found you got this information from on your cover letter. So please plan. And of course, the action timeline. What will you be doing for your 4 years as an undergraduate student? Your freshman year, of course, you volunteer, research internships for the following semester, start gaining professional experience, build your resume. This is the time for you to, if you say, oh, I'm a freshman, I really am not interested in getting an internship now, I just want see how this college life goes through. That doesn't stop you from volunteering. If you don't intern, you can volunteer, that's completely fine. But ensure that your sophomore year, you have to have an internship, continue to gain professional experience, build a solid LinkedIn profile because trust me, employers do visit your LinkedIn. Internship again, your junior year, that's you plotting your career path. You're cleaning up your social media because social media has a huge role to play in hiring. So please clean up your social media. Strengthen your connections as well. Those numbers that you collected from the career fairs, these internship sites that you did intern at, collect the keep a good relationship with these employers because these are the people who will refer you. Trust me, employers talk amongst themselves. And so if they're talking among themselves, you want to be a good topic. You don't want to be on the bad side. And of course, your senior year, get your references in order because you're looking for a job. Perfect your resume and begin your job search. When you graduate, you get an opportunity. It doesn't just happen that way. It takes a lot of hard work. You do not build network in a day. You don't strengthen the communication in a day. And that's why we encourage you to start building relationships with employers and people who can assist you in the job search process from an early on stage, and that is from your freshman year. Now, this is a brief activity. You can write this down. I won't spend so much time on this, but it's just something for you to reflect on. Write down 3 professional goals that you'd like to accomplish. What would you like to accomplish at the end of this semester? What would you like to accomplish at the end of this academic year? What would you like to accomplish post-graduation? What would you like to accomplish? Just write down 3 professional goals because and that all depends on where you place yourself in life. Some people are just struggling with a semester, and that's completely fine to have those 3 goals, professional goals, only for that semester. But be sure to plan ahead as well. And how would you like to accomplish these goals? Remember, we talked about your goals and your plans, and your goals and plans must be SMART, meaning they must be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Again, your goals must be SMART. By that I mean specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And of course, you can talk about your goals with somebody. You can meet your career specialist physically or virtually. You can talk with a friend, you can talk with an employer, a network you've made. Talk about your goal, like one goal that you made for yourself. Try to talk about it with somebody if you need some encouragement. And always remember, if plan A doesn't work, the alphabet has more than 25 letters. And if you're using the Japanese alphabet, you have 204. So if one doesn't work, then you can go for plan B. Remember, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. And a plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. Also, without goals and plans to reach them, you are like a ship that has set sail with no destination. That brings us to the end of the goals, plans, and actions section of our presentation. Now I would like to dive into true colors, understanding your personality. The background of true colors. Some of you may have heard of true colors, some of you maybe not, but this is the background. It's an attempt to identify various personality styles and levels with the use of colors. The colors which we're going to be talking about is orange, gold, blue, and green. And this was developed by Don Laurie based off of the work of Isabel Briggs-Meyer, Catherine Briggs-Meyer, and David Kersey. If you know about the Myers-Briggs personality test, was built off of that. And the objective is an application of temperament or personality style to facilitate deeper communication and understanding. With increased understanding of ourselves and others, conflict will decrease. I know working with people is not always the easiest, but once you know your personality type and have an idea on another person's personality type, you should be able to balance off and work well with people. Remember, each person is a unique blend of the four colors, a spectrum. And there are no good or bad colors. So don't feel bad about whatever any color says. That is who you are. So just accept yourself for whom you are, and life goes on. Remember, there are wide individual variations with each color spectrum. So it's okay for you to have a tie. Now, the meaning behind the colors. Color has been used to shape and describe our lives, ages, habits, our values, and feelings throughout the ages. Research into the physiological effects of color has shown that it truly has an impact on our lives, often in unconscious and mysterious ways. The colors of the true color model were chosen to correspond with various metaphors associated with each color. Now, this is a brief exercise. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to take this assessment. And the 2 minutes, I'm going to involve it in this video so you can follow along, or you can pause it. So you can pause the video and follow along. And in responding, you're going to respond horizontally, but you're going to add the colors vertically. Now, the orange. If you have the orange, yay. This is often used to promote action, motivation, and excitement. It urges you to pay attention, wake up and seize the moment, make quick decisions, take advantage of the immediate opportunity available right now. Orange people, we all need orange people in our lives. Those people who keep the trail moving. It encourages a playful atmosphere of activity and movement. Think of a flash of fire, shimmer of sparklers on July 4th, and the flame of a match, hot, dazzling, orange energy. We all know those orange people in our lives, and we all need orange people in our lives. So if you're an orange, yay to you. So these are some of the characteristics of people who fall under these characteristics. You must be free to act. You're that impulsive, risk takers, test the limit, free and spontaneous, active, optimistic and competitive, resist commitment, have great endurance, drawn to action jobs, like to be the center of attention, bold in relationships, bring excitement to society. You can take a look at the characteristics of people who belong to this color. We know those people, we have them in our lives. What type of jobs do they have? For someone if you have an orange personality, most of the time we see leaders, people who take action, because those are the people who take the lead in groups. We have them around us. Chief leaders. So we all need those people who can boost us and boost it when the team is down, and orange is there to crack jokes and get everybody moving. Even though you're tired, when there's an orange around, you're bound to working because they make things lighter. And that's it for the orange. Now for the gold. There are numerous metaphors associated with gold. Good as gold. It represents value, stability, and strength. Solid goals, work ethic, conjures up to the image of someone who is very responsible, on time, organized, fulfills their obligations with stellar dependency, efficiency, and thoroughness. We often hear the metaphor or the adage, sets the gold standard, which is also a suitable fit. So people who are goals, we all need goals because the goals keep things in order. The orange get us excited, but the goal keeps us in line to make sure we achieve those goals. Now, some of the characteristics. These are people who must be of service. Most people in the medical field are goals. They are dutiful and stable, need to be useful, want to be sufficient, value organization, parental attitude, goal-oriented, prepare for the future, believe what comes before play, enjoy positions of authority, bring stability to the society. We have a lot of good things we can talk about goals. So the oranges are there to keep us moving. The goals are there to make sure, although we are moving, we are not just moving, we are moving in an orderly manner. So we all have those goals in our lives, those people who call us to order. We all need goals in our lives. And that takes us to the blue. Suits the central nervous system. For example, when you go to the hospital, most hospitals are painted in what color? Light blue. Even bedrooms, light blue, because that gives you a sense of calmness. What color is the sea? The sea is light blue. What color is the sky? The sky is light blue. I mean, for the most part. And that should ring a bell in our minds. It should tell us that color means soothing, because blue suits the central nervous system. It fosters psychological contentment and physical tranquility. It can be said that when a person is feeling blue, they are experiencing emotional intensity and sensitivity to the dramas of life. The figure of speech referring to true blues takes on the meaning of friendship helpers. There when you need them, individuals who will go an extra mile for others. We all need those blues in our lives, because the oranges are there to get us active, keep us going. The goals are there to keep everything organized. The blues are there to calm things down when people are stressed out. You all have those friends who, I believe we all have those friends who you can lean on. Those friends, you can be in a group of friends, and you can have a group of friends, and there's that one person that you share everything to, simply because that person will listen to you. So we all need all those blues who would help us keep things calm when we are anxious. We all need blues in our lives. Some of the characteristics of blues, they must be authentic. Those friends who will keep you calm, but they'll tell you the truth. They are genuine people. They are always in search of themselves. They need to feel unique, must be true to themselves, value close relationships, need opportunities to be creative, compromise and cooperate, nurture people, plants, and animals, share emotions, need harmony, committed to ideal, cultivate potential in others, bring unity to the society. For you to be a veterinarian, you need some blue in your life. So veterinary doctors, people who love animals, animal lovers are typically blues. Sometimes, don't quote me on that, but we all need blues in our life, because in as much as a group could be divided, but the people who always call that other will be the blues, because unity is strength, and united we fall, United we stand, divided we fall. And of course, this takes us to the green. When we see the color green, what do we think about? We think about the trees, nature, right? So expression of the logic, the system of existence and abundance of this color in nature. Concerned with the world's challenges, such as preserving the wisdom of Mother Earth or for the future. Calming effect, and many greens demonstrate a composed demeanor, using mind over emotions to orchestrate and solve the mysteries of life. Some of the characteristics of greens: you must be competent, innovative and logical, see the big picture, seek to understand the world, need to be competent, require intellectual freedom, curious, question authority, need for control, push themselves to improve, sometimes oblivious to emotions, focus on the future, bring innovation to society. Some of the majors, or should I say the fields, that will fall under this category are the scientists. Most of the people in our science fields, engineering, physics, chemistry, biology, most of these people fall under the greens. Those people who like to be in the lab, a lot of them are greens. So we all need greens in our lives, because without greens, there'll be no innovation, there'll be no growth, we'll be stagnant. We won't have upgraded technology, we won't have updated construction technology, we won't have a lot. And so having these greens is essential for the growth and development for the future. So we all need oranges in our lives, we all need golds in our life, we all need blues in our life, we all need greens in our lives, because together we make a better future, together we work well, and we don't need to be cloned. It's okay for you to have people in your life who are very different, because having one and the same person doesn't work that way. You can't have one and the same people in your life. Your life will be so boring if everybody is the same. So, like I said at the beginning of this presentation, no color is a bad color. There are no good or bad colors. But we all have, when looking at these characteristics, we'll all see part of this in each of our attributes. And that is completely fine. It's completely fine to have a tie as well. So, reason for this presentation: when you're working, for you to have teamwork, employers are looking for people who have team spirit. And for you to be part of a team, you need to be able to work with all types of people, people with different backgrounds, walks of life. And so when you understand what your personality is, then you can easily work with people and facilitate your job, to make working easy with you easier and working with others easier. So, understanding your personality. How can you apply what you've learned about the 4 colors to your interaction with other people? Just what I said before. What majors and careers will best fit with each color? I talked a little bit about that in the presentation. And how does your personality type relate to your career goals? When you're picking your career, your major, how does your personality type relate to your career goals? These are some things or questions to think about, because this will help you be a better person. And of course, if you have a group of people doing this assessment with you, you can discuss your color and come up with a list of what you would like others to know about your color. In that way, when you're working as a team, you're going to work well, because again, unity is strength, and united we stand, divided we fall. That brings me to the end of my presentation. This is a True Colors video. You can find this. Hopefully you'll be putting a YouTube link in the link of this video when it's going to be posted up. Feel free to visit the page and learn more about True Colors, because trust me, this is about 8 minutes video, and it's very insightful. So feel free to visit it. It will be like a repetition of what I said, but you'll learn more from that as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your career specialist. We are here to assist you, to help you with any questions about your personality type. And of course, I'll give you a rundown of an overview of our services. Again, we offer career counseling and advising, career assessments, document reviews, internship and job search assistance, on-campus recruiting, mock interviews, the career closet. Everything there is free for students. And we offer career fairs, employer information sessions, and special events, and online resources, which you can find on www.morgan.edu/career development. These are your career specialists, and we are here to assist you. You can find us by searching our names on the Morgan webpage to get our contact information, and you should have received emails from us as well. So feel free to reach out at any time if you have any questions career related. If you have any questions, again, you can schedule an appointment because students ready to learn and graduates ready to earn. Thank you. You can scan and talk about this presentation if you liked it. If you have any comments, we'll appreciate that. And visit us online on any of our web pages. It will always be a pleasure to serve you. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.